So I'm gonna have my hip and knee control his arm, go around his head like this and create that angle. This one chops, squeeze in at the second movement here, bringing my knee to my heel, hook his arm, and I'm here. For the advanced guys and even the beginners, you can hip in right here and get the arm bar. Or I pull my leg over his face, I sit back, and I don't fall all the way back yet. I'm staying sitting up, and I hug his leg. So I either hug it and get the arm bar, or I could reach through, grab, and then double wrist control on his arm, and I have my arm lock. Okay, so come back to guard. So that same concept, I call it elbow to the center line, right? So his elbow is crossing over his arm like this. This gives me an easier arm lock, and it gives me access to his back. So having his arm across his body is a good thing for me standing on the ground. So then we have this secondary drill that we're gonna do where I put my knee up on his hip and it's like getting my knee around his head when we did it on our back. My knee's in between his elbow and his ribs right here. And now I chop almost like that. That's mount movement. I'm touching my heel to my knee that way. I'm not punching towards his knee because if I push real hard, he's on his knee. He's too strong that way, he won't fall on his head. I want him falling towards his head this way. Now I'm able to get the arm lock. I can hook this, can go underneath if I want and finish here, right? But the goal is to eventually get him down, grab his other leg, and get the arm lock. We didn't do the part where we went for the sweep at the end on the last class, but we just studied locking the shoulder from the mount, walking and being heavy hands, and getting our opponent's arms crossed up. And we're doing the same thing with our hips right here and our knee right here. And then I chop, I can even walk it over his shoulder, and then I can walk it over his head. And now I'm perpendicular, right? We talked about the crappy white belt armbar. Right, this is what a crappy white belt armbar looks like. And it's all because my head needs to get turned. Now, and then this space next to his head needs to clamp. So now I have the arm lock. Super basic warm up and a concept that we had trying to just get this. Then I talked about the 3 wrist grabs. 1 on 1, right? Or sorry, 2 on 1. And I can pull his arm across, right? And I try and go for this arm bar. And then I've got this wrist and bottom of the elbow with the near side arm, and I pull it across, and I turn, and I got the arm bar. And I still hold on to that same position. The last one, the near side wrist on wrist, and I grab the elbow, cross grip, I pull it over, and then I've got the arm bar. So those are my 3 grips that I could use from the mount and from the guard.